I'm Katie Boyd. I go to Cascade High School. I'm a junior.
My name's Austin Zextro. I go to SkillSource in Wenatchee now.
My name is David Bryant. I'm a Cascade senior.
I'm Andrea Sorensen. I'm a senior at Cascade High School.
I like to just goof around and tell jokes and tease and mess with people, with my close companions. You know, we used to have water wars. I remember I had a super soaker and I just wrecked everyone else. But I also got my fair share of being, doused in water. But it was a pretty fun time.
My dad and my mom always look after me. My dad helps me through car problems and money issues, trying to help me find a job, and my mom just tries to keep me fed.
I always really enjoyed being the youngest and the only girl because I kind of got a lot. my brothers would have hand-me-down clothes, but I was a girl, so I would always get my own new ones, and I had my own room because I was the only girl, and I was the youngest, so I don't know, I just kind of got maybe babied a little bit, but I liked it.
Oh yeah, freshman year, I would walk a visually impaired student to the bus stop. His name was Justin, and he was the funniest guy. He told me that he only dates girls with blonde hair and blue eyes. He couldn't see him, so I was like, he has a really great sense of humor.
So when I don't remember which grade I was in, but I wanted to go see this movie with my brother and his friends, and I wasn't technically allowed to go see the movie. I wasn't old enough, so I tried to sneak in, but I failed, and I had to go watch a separate movie all by myself. It was an okay movie, so I was just sitting there by myself, and then I texted Lizzie Nolan. She was a leader and she's a really good friend, and her and Levi actually showed up and bought tickets halfway through the movie and watched it with me and waited until my brother's movie was done. And I remember that because we had a lot of fun, and they saved me from sitting in the front row all by myself. And yeah, that's just the kind of love that Young Life gives, and I'll never forget that story.
What movie did you want to go see?
Straight Outta Compton. I was 15.
What's going on? And we tell it like it is,
Straight Outta Compton.
Does your mom know that?
Yeah, she knows.
When I was first told about Young Life, I was inspired to come by a game that one of the kids described called Cops and Robbers. And every single night he said, "Oh, we're gonna play this game, you should come." And so he brought me, and I came, waited for the game, and it never happened. Been coming ever since.
My mom did drugs and stuff like that, so I lived with my grandparents till I was 7. I have a little brother, but he passed away when he was 2.
When I was younger, I always was like, man, I wish my parents would let me do this. I wish my parents would let me go hang out in town with my friends at 11 o'clock at night.
At school, I kind of feel like everybody's fake. They put on this facade of, oh, I'm a good kid, or oh, I really don't care about school, I just wish I wasn't here.
Sometimes I would look at people for a specific duration. I was quite an odd kid, and I still am a little bit, and I admit it. I'm still a bit ignorant, but hey, who isn't, eh?
I start getting really unhealthy thoughts, such as, oh, what'll happen if I take 5 painkillers? Or, look at this sharp razor, it's really something.
My confidence was not great when I was in middle school. I always compared myself to other people, and I really took too much consideration into what other people thought about me, and that was really hard.
I started talking to an online friend. We talked for like 6 months, 8 months. She told me that her dad would physically and sexually abuse her. She tried to kill herself by ODing on pills. And I talked to her for 2 hours trying to get her to not do it. Her brother texted me. She killed herself. She slit her wrists. And she died. And I kind of blame myself for that. Because I tried to help and I couldn't. And that's what tears me apart the most.
And then I go into what ifs. What if I actually ran away from home? What if I ended up going with the wrong guy? What if I didn't keep my purity? What ifs? And it gets really deep to the point where it's just like, yeah, I need to just step away from myself and find God again, go to my Bible, listen to some music, and escape my thoughts, fill my thoughts up with something healthy.
I definitely think kids get a lot of influence for the standards they set for one another, a lot from social media and TV and just like everything that's going on in the internet.
I used to profusely yell at people. I used to be not the brightest example. I went through a lot of counseling, and over time my anger has slowed to a crawl, and I only ever yell at anyone.
I didn't know how popular Young Life was until I went to like one on Monday, obviously. I forgot where we met up at, but it's like almost everybody from the high school went, and I was like, I didn't know you guys went to this.
At camp, we were having some cabin time, and it was really great, and it was really hard for me to open up to some of these girls because I didn't know if I could trust them or not. But after hearing Miranda's story, it's just like I can't keep it in anymore. Like, God is telling me to just let it all out, so I just let it all out. And afterwards, she's been mentoring me in so many different ways that I can't feel hatred for anybody anymore.
At Young Life, there was somebody I didn't get along with, and now we're friends because of Young Life. Because you learn something about other people whenever you go there. And that's what you need. You need something like this to keep the kids going, gets them out of the house. And that's what I liked about Young Life, is got me out of a bad environment to a good one. It makes the end of the day good. It gives you something to look forward to every week in people that love you and you love them. And that's why Young Life should stick around.
I think Young Life is very good at illustrating Jesus' message and how you should look to someone for help who really lives on preaching to Jesus and reading the Holy Bible. I think it's a good tie. I couldn't imagine any better groups for doing that.
I want you guys to know that Young Life is incredible, and it changes people's lives, kids' lives.
Knowing that I have Jesus in my life, I feel complete and safe.